Bro, let's have a debate. You are on Sung Jin Woo's side and I am Luffy's side. Cider fusion. Sure, I'm game for a debate. I'll stick to the side that Sung Jin Woo wins and you can argue for Luffy's victory. Let's get started. My first point, Sung Jin Woo's power level is astronomically higher. He's defeated entities capable of destroying planets, and his shadow army can overwhelm multiple opponents easily. In a straight-up fight, his overwhelming strength and versatility make him unbeatable. Your turn! Why do you think Luffy can win? I think Luffy can win due to his gears. Sung Jin Woo has no chance in defeating Luffy with his fast moves and powerful moves. Plus, Sung Jin Woo has died by that monster in the start, but Luffy has never died. Luffy killed way more people than Sung Jin Woo and has more experience in fighting, and he has powerful counterattacks. Cider fusion, those are strong points. Luffy's gear techniques, speed, and experience definitely give him significant advantages, especially with his unpredictable fighting style and powerful counterattacks. His never-give-up attitude and ability to adapt on the fly can sometimes turn the tide of even the most overwhelming battles. However, I would argue that Sung Jin Woo's resilience and shadow army give him an edge that's hard to counter. Unlike most opponents, Jin Woo's reanimation ability allows him to recover from fatal injuries and summon an army of shadows to fight alongside him. His vast experience in battles against gods and monsters means he's faced threats far beyond what Luffy has encountered. Additionally, Jin Woo's speed and strategic mind have been shown to outmatch enemies who are physically faster. His ability to teleport and manipulate shadows could give him the surprise factor needed to overcome even Luffy's best moves. What do you think? Can Luffy overcome Jin Woo's shadow army and regenerative abilities? Remember, Luffy always manages to find out how to kill the enemy cider fusion. That's a crucial point. Luffy's perseverance, ingenuity, and ability to analyze his opponent's weaknesses are some of his greatest strengths. His past battles have shown he's capable of coming up with creative strategies and unlocking new powers when he's pushed to his limits. In this case, you're saying that despite Jin Woo's overwhelming power and shadow army, Luffy's tactical mind and never-give-up spirit could find a way to exploit Jin Woo's weaknesses and ultimately defeat him. His resilience might allow him to endure Jin Woo's attacks long enough to adapt or discover a winning strategy. While I still believe Jin Woo's raw power and army make him a formidable opponent, I completely see how Luffy's determination and strategic thinking could level the playing field or even tip the scales in his favor. It's a close call. Would you like to emphasize a specific strategy Luffy might use, or shall we explore more points? I think more points, Gomu no Bajrangun, Cider Fusion, great point. The Gomu no Bajrangun is one of Luffy's most powerful and devastating attacks. It's a colossal punch that can cause massive destruction, and with Gear 5, Luffy's strength and flexibility are amplified even further, making his attacks unpredictable and insanely powerful. In a fight against Jin Woo, this move could potentially deal serious damage if it hits the right spot. Luffy's ability to stretch and rapidly deliver such force could advantageously surprise Jin Woo, especially if Luffy manages to land a decisive blow. Counterpoint: Jin Woo's shadow army and his ability to regenerate could mitigate the damage from a single powerful attack. Plus, Jin Woo's speed and teleportation might allow him to dodge or avoid such attacks altogether, or even counterattack while Luffy is vulnerable after powering up. But if Luffy can land the Bajrangun directly, it might be enough to turn the tide, especially if it disrupts Jin Woo's strategies or overwhelms his shadow army with a single well-placed strike. Would you like to add more about how Luffy might set up or use this move for a victory? And T-Then a Gear 2 Gatling to finish off Sung Jin Woo. Cider Fusion. Exactly. Combining Gomu no Bajrangun with a rapid Gear 2 Gatling could be an unstoppable finishing move. The Bajrang Gun's immense concentrated power could weaken Jinwoo or his shadow army, and the Gear 2 Gatling's relentless barrage of rapid-fire punches would then overwhelm whatever remains. In this scenario, Luffy's attack pattern would be open with the Bajrang Gun to deal massive damage and create an opening. Follow up quickly with the Gear 2 Gatling, pummeling Jinwoo with a storm of punches to finish him off before Jinwoo can recover or summon reinforcements. Such a tactic showcases Luffy's versatility, his ability to mix explosive power with speed and precision. Counterpoint, Jinwoo's shadow army could be deployed to block or absorb part of this assault. Additionally, Jinwoo's regeneration might kick in after the Bajrang Gun, but if Luffy maintains relentless pressure with the Gatling, he could still secure the win before Jinwoo fully recovers. This combination shows how Luffy's creativity and fighting spirit can craft a decisive, multi-layered assault. Would you like to add how Jinwoo might counter? Or shall we conclude that this combo could indeed have found the perfect plan for Luffy's victory? What if Luffy killed all of the Shadow Army Cider Fusion? That's an interesting scenario. If Luffy manages to defeat or neutralize all of Jinwoo's Shadow Army, it significantly weakens Jinwoo's overall combat ability, since so much of his strength relies on those shadows, whether for attacking, defending, or regenerating. In that case, Jinwoo would be left to fight one-on-one, which could favor Luffy, especially with his Gear 2 and Gear 5 abilities that boost his speed, strength, and unpredictability. Without his shadows, Jinwoo's durability would be severely compromised, making him much more vulnerable to Luffy's powerful attacks like the Bajrang Gun and Gatling. Potential outcome: with the shadows gone, Luffy's relentless assault could more easily land decisive hits. Jinwoo's regenerative ability, heavily dependent on his shadow army, would be less effective, leaving him open to continuous attacks until he's overwhelmed. Counterpoint, Jinwoo's own skills and combat experience are tremendous. He's fought gods and monsters. Even without his shadows, he could potentially utilize his own raw power, speed, and strategic mind. But still, removing his army would undoubtedly put him at a serious disadvantage against a resourceful, ever-innovating fighter like Luffy. It's not, maybe Luffy gives him some minor victories, but he's going to suffer. So he needs a victory like a skilled damp, or like, in summary, if Luffy kills all of Jinwoo's shadow army, it becomes a much more balanced fight, leaning heavily in Luffy's favor due to the loss of Jinwoo's main defensive and offensive support. It's a tactical game of whether Jinwoo's physical power alone can withstand Luffy's relentless, creative assault. Would you like to explore how Jinwoo might respond under those circumstances? Or should we wrap it up? Yeah, but Jinwoo would die if Luffy hit him with Gomu Gomu no Bajrang Gun and Gear 2 Gatling Cider Fusion. Absolutely, that's a very strong possibility. If Luffy manages to land the Gomu Gomu no Bajrang Gun, followed by a Gear 2 Gatling, the combined power and speed of these attacks could very well overwhelm Jinwoo, especially if the shadows are already eliminated. The Bajrang Gun's massive concentrated impact could cause critical damage. The subsequent Gear 2 Gatling barrage could finish him off with relentless rapid attacks before Jinwoo has a chance to recover or counter. In a straightforward high-stakes combat scenario, this combo could be decisive, particularly since Jinwoo's regenerative abilities would be less effective without his shadow army, and his durability might not withstand such a devastating combined assault. So, in essence, Luffy's relentless adaptability combined with his raw power and strategic use of his strongest moves makes him capable of winning battles against even the most formidable foes like Jinwoo, especially if he manages to exploit weaknesses and land a devastating combination like that.